Damn,
Show us
it's
the hardware.
blinding me. Oh, I
Oh
can't. I
my goodness, I
can't.
can't see. It's too bright.
Ah,
It's too
that's
bright.
right. Side pieces, get in here. Because we have one last dance, one last wine, one last twerk. If you're nasty. Okay, this is episode 17 of Trackside. Our last one, the last one of the season. I'm so glad you're here. Did you miss me? Did you miss us? Because we missed you. But you know who I missed? My co-host, Aaron Brown. Yes, get in here. Hello, friend. Okay, I'm happy to see
What's
you,
up?
Aaron.
What's up?
But I want to actually see your medal, your shiny silver medal as part of the Canada's men's 4x1 relay. Yay!
Got it here.
Hardware. Congrats, AV. Your seventh global medal
I
as
know.
part of the squad. What? How's that
Yeah,
feeling?
so we got a new addition to the team.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little inverted, but
Yes.
it's got my name engraved on the back of it. It's a beautiful medal, nice addition. But I'm just happy to be back. Final episode. We got a banger coming on. So trackside, side pieces. I'm forgetting the name and all that.
You've been
But
gone too long.
side pieces. Yeah, I know. I'm a little rusty, but it's gonna be a great show. We got some speed, to say the least, coming on the show later on. And then, of course, we got Anson Henry to come and
Oh,
mix
boy.
things up. It's always a riot when
Yes.
he's on the show, but it's good. It's gonna be a good one. I'm glad to be back, and I'm
Yes.
glad we're wrapping it up in great fashion.
We really are. We are so glad you're back. We have definitely missed you. Shout out to our Devin Haru, who filled in during the World Championships when you were getting that hardware. So shout out to him. I want to talk about Noah because he had
Mhm.
something cheeky. I mean, it was kind of like a little bland for him, but it was still cheeky, I think, after
Mhm.
that relay. Because I feel like he forgot that he started this relay beef a few years back. But listen to him.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was the smartest idea for them to shout out USA Who after the Olympics, and especially when I didn't get to show them who USA was. So, yeah, it was gonna be fun in Beijing.
What?
Hey, I mean, look. First of all, he's of course he's got the crown on. It's typical Noah fashion. But we didn't even say USA Who. Honestly, we got asked a question. They showed us the clip where he said Canada Who. And then I said, I guess they know who we are now. That's all I said. And I said, get well with your COVID. I'm wishing him well wishes in typical Canadian fashion. I'm just like, hey, you guys come at us, we win the gold. And by the way, we have a world championship gold already. They don't have an Olympic gold in this iteration of the USA team,
No.
last I checked. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. You can still got to check that box off in 2028. But it's always good fun. Everyone, Noah Lyles is a guy that will give you a good soundbite. He's someone that you like to beat. And he's someone that you like to compete against, and we need that in our sport. So I'm never mad about what he says, and this is pretty tame for what he said. I thought he was gonna go harder, to be honest. But
I thought so
it's
too.
always fun, and they actually did their thing in the relay. So shout out to them. I got to give them their props. 37-2 was a great run in the rain. They ran with 3 or 4 of my teammates too at Star Athletics. So shout out to them. Happy for them after what happened last year. I didn't want them to get disqualified. I just wanted them to get second. But it's always good fun running against them. And like you said, Beijing should be fun. So looking forward to 2027.
Is going to be a blast. And you're the man to beat when they have your name in their mouth all the time.
Right.
Let's talk about
Before it was, I gotta say this. Before it was
Yeah.
Canada Who, at least now he knows who we are.
Oh, he definitely does. Oh, he's been known who you
Yeah.
are. Don't listen to him.
Right.
So, Grand Slam track, that's where we were going because
Mhm.
Aaron Brown, word on the street is you got paid. You got an installment. Talk to me. What is it?
Did. Hey, it wasn't the full thing. It was
Okay.
50%, but 50% of Grand Slam for 5th place is higher than 1st place at a
Oh.
Diamond League. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. So it's not a bad payday to get even half. So I'm excited. I'm happy. And I'm a supporter of the Grand Slam track leagues. So
Yes.
anytime I can sing their praises, I'm glad to be able to do that. And they've been going through some rough times and they've taken some hits, image wise, but they're crawling back. So I'm a believer.
You're a believer. Can I say something quickly? When I grew up, I used to go to a Pentecostal church. And so you remember offering where you put money in the basket
Yes.
to go towards the church? So when some people didn't have money, they'd write a little promissory note, curl it up, and put in an
Yeah.
offering
Yeah,
basket.
yeah.
I feel that's
Yeah.
what like Michael Johnson is doing to the rest of the athletes for the 50%. He's going to write a little promissory note and be like, we will pay you later. I don't know why that memory
It's
came
coming.
up.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
Believe.
it's
Just like
coming.
in church, you gotta
Yeah.
believe. You gotta believe.
That's right. Shout out to Michael Johnson for trying to make it right. We're still waiting, though. We're still waiting with interest.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Athlos. Officially, the last meet of the year happened just last week to close out the season in New York City. Aaron, this meet had everything. Firstly, They set it off. Yes, like Jada Pinkett and Queen Latifah, with a historic long jump competition in the middle of Times Square. This was the idea of world and Olympic champion in the event, Tara Davis-Woodall. Everyone, yes, me and you, your mama and your cousin too, we were all on Al Gore's internet praising this brilliant spectacle. I mean, it was incredible. We also saw something else that has never been seen in the history of the sport of track and field. Are you ready? Are you ready? The athletes, they got paid immediately, like in real time, like yes, right after the event. But maybe, just maybe, the biggest winner of the whole night, to me, was American sprinter Brittany Brown, who won both the 100 and the 200. Do you want to know how much money she made? I know you do. I know you do. You want to know how much money she made? I know you do. 120,000 US dollars. FYI, at the World Championships in Tokyo, she finished 6th in the 200. And you know how much money she got? Not knocking it. $7,000. Just compare the two. So safe to say she had a really good meet. So AB, after my big long rant, what do you make of the second installment of Athlos?
Well, I am a huge supporter of innovation in our sport. So everyone thinks that I'm a Grand Slam track homer. I'm just a supporter of innovation, okay? And so that means Athlos as well. And obviously I can't compete there being a man, but I still just want to see track and field in the bright lights. And bright lights is exactly what Athlos brought to pro track and field. This is what we need. I think this concept could be the future of what track and field will look like, especially next year when they're doing the team-based thing. I'm so excited to see that. And Alexis has been on the marketing tour for this meet and for his for his Athlos structure, just kind of telling everybody what to expect. And I'm a huge fan because we hadn't gotten a lot of details about what to expect for next year. All we know is we have some athlete owners, Sha'Carri Richardson, Gabby Thomas, Tara Davis-Woodall, and they're saying that it's going to be team-based. But then he gave some more details. He had an analogy to F1 and their format and how they have the brands going against each other. Yes. And he said, okay, what if we had like Nike versus Adidas versus New Balance versus Puma? And in the same way they have like Ferrari versus Mercedes, Yeah. So I think that's amazing. And I'm looking forward to it.
I need to say this because I've heard some chatter about people saying this is a charity event. It's a fluff event. It's a party. It's not a legitimate track competition. Shh, be quiet. Okay. No.
Yeah.
To me, this is centering women, giving them a platform. It's also giving a sport that is very antiquated, very old-fashioned, and dare I say, we need to bring in new fans. And when you watch track and field, respectfully, it's boring at times, right? Unless you're a purist who loves the sport. It's long, it drags on.
Right.
And here you have this event that is a party, that is a showcase. It is fun, it is food, it is fashion, it's all the things. They get a Tiffany crown. So to me, this is what we need to do to attract viewers. After the Olympics, people are like, where they at though? Where are they at? Oh, they're at Athlos. Yeah. They're in New York City. Yeah. You know where to find the athletes. And so anyone saying that this is a charity, this is a fluff thing, it is not. I want to ask you this though, AB. Do you have any criticisms of the date? We now know that they're getting points on the circuit. It's now, a sanctioned meet. Do you think there's any criticism to be had about it being so late October? It's cold. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's my biggest criticism, and it's the fact that it's in October. I think all the talk of it being just a party and not really a serious meet, it's an exhibition. I think that all goes away if you put it in the meet, the center of the calendar. And they have talks of expanding to the league, and I hope that they put it in the prime time during the season, because then you're getting your best. And I promise you, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden wouldn't have been in the stands partying it up with the DJ and stuff like that. Probably maybe off some tequila. I think she would have been on the track running if you put it in a June, July, a May. If it fits in the schedule. The fact that they had it in October, I think she had to make a business decision and decide, okay, I can't run here, but I'll still pull up and give interviews because she's so gracious and, she's always about building up the sport, especially when it's highlighting women. But it's got to make sense within the confines of a track and field season. And when you expand it all the way down, when you have it at the end of the season and you got to expand your season to an October, then it gets a little dicey and people got to make business decisions.
Well, listen, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden is our next guest, so you get to put that question, or one of us gets to put that question to her. What would you have done at Athlos? Are you a little salty that you didn't go? We'll have to see. We'll have to leave that there, though.
Joining us now on Trackside is the fastest woman in the world for 2025. Do I need to say more? Yes, I do, because she's that special. What else could I say? She is my training partner at Star Athletics. She's a newlywed. She can sing, what she did on last time on Trackside, but we're not gonna make her sing this time. Just know she's got that in her bag. She's the undisputed fastest woman in the world for 2025, like I said. She's a triple world champion from the Tokyo 2025 World Championships. And we're gonna manifest this here on Trackside, the future female track athlete of the year. Let's go. The Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. Melissa, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling great.
So basically, Melissa, you have been everywhere. And all I can say is we're so glad that you still make time for Trackside, because of course we had you on one of our very first episodes. But what's lovely is Erin did say, look, she has not changed. She is the same. She is still lovely, which we can tell, we know. But let's talk about the actual race. Can we? 10:61. You set a championship record. I actually want you to watch this race and talk us through it, whether it was what you were doing technically, what you were thinking of. Can you walk us through?
Okay. All right. So I'm getting in the blocks, obviously. Like literally when they say on your marks, last thing I tell myself is here we go. And that's kind of how I go about it. But in this particular race, I was like, okay, it's yours to win, but it's not going to be given to you. So don't screw it up. So yeah, then we wait for them to say set. The gun went off and I was like, okay, everybody's getting out, but now it's time to separate. And I was like, get away, get away, get away, get away. And I actually felt the separation. And when I got through the line, the first thing I was thinking about was the time. I was like, what did I run? What did I run? And I was looking, and at first I saw 10:49, and I was like, wait, that's not right. That's the world record. And then I looked again, and I saw 10:61, and then I got so excited. And at that point, I took a break to be like, man, I actually am kind of tired. Okay.
Yeah, that was a lot of work, running that fast.
Yeah.
No one's ever won that fast at the World Championships. Was there any part of you that felt, okay, I have this. This is the signature, the blue ribbon title in the sprint. I can now relax going into the 200. How did you think about going into your next race? Was the pressure off?
For me, I definitely think it was, because I kind of looked at it as I can go out there and have fun. Not that I wasn't having fun with the 100, but you know, the 100 is my bread and butter.
That's right.
So it's a different approach to it. Whereas with the 200, AB knows this. I've been fighting with the 200 all year long. Whether it's me trying to figure out how to come off the curve or how I attack it, the first 50, whatever the case may be. Like I've always been kind of fighting with this. So this time around, I'm like, okay, I've gotten maybe 5 good 200s so far this year. I've learned something from every single one. So just take what you've learned and use it to your advantage. And then the other thing that really had me kind of relaxed was the fact that I only had to run 1 round a day. Like that right there was a game changer, especially after doing it at US trials and having to run 2 in a day, where I was like, they're absolutely insane for making us doing this. I said, I got here and I'm like, okay, the most important race of the day, and they're actually giving us time to rest and recover. Let's make the most of it.
So I'll chime in here, because I saw your maturation process in the 200 meters. We started the season. That was the thing that I was worried about when you're in Grand Slam track. I was like, I know she can cook in the 100. I don't know what she's gonna look like in the 2. And you went out there and just got better and better and better. And it's just so crazy to see how far you've come in the 200, running 21:68. That's just like number 9 all time. I did not know you had that in you. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're like, yeah, I think I could run 21:6. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But then as you started running faster and faster, I'm like, yes, you're right. But of course, completing the triple at Worlds is one of the greatest features we've seen in a long, long time. But what's even more impressive is what you did without being able to see. You know, your recent video, you put out a recent video where you don't wear your contacts and you're kind of running out there blind. And we got to talk about that. I had LASIK surgery back because I used to be blind as bad as well. And it changed my life. How have you not gotten that yet? And is that something that you're just like, I've run so fast already without it that I'm just going to roll with it? I don't want to ruin the magic?
So I honestly don't know at this point, because as much as I would love to see, I think I've just gotten so used to just not running and being able to see very, very well. But it's something I would definitely be open up to. The problem is, though, I love wearing my glasses. Like, I love wearing my glasses, but I hate putting contacts in my eyes. This is like a love-hate relationship.
Hmm.
So I'm like, I mean, obviously, if I get LASIK, like I could still wear cute frames or something. But
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I will think about getting LASIK. Wait, I have a question though. Do they let you
Mm.
go to sleep? They put you to sleep with that?
No, no, you got to be awake.
Oh, oh, see,
It's quick though. It's so
now,
it's so quick.
Nah,
It's so quick.
no thanks.
It's the best decision of your life.
okay. Well, I'm gonna think about it.
But I don't know. Maybe if you see the finish line, you might be like, "Whoa," and it might throw off your race pattern. So I don't know if I want to
I
mess with it.
know.
I don't want to be
I
the
mean, I guess
responsible.
now I have ran a couple races. When I say a couple, literally probably less than 5, with my contacts in. But those days were like terrible because I had to allocate for like 45 extra minutes to put the contacts in my eye. So I had to start getting ready. Like, say for instance, if it takes me an hour to get ready, now I have an hour and 45. Like, it's just a lot. And then I
Okay.
get real frantic sometimes too. Like the first time it doesn't go, and I'm like, I need to calm down.
Listen, that's how I feel about doing eyelashes. So, but anyways, I feel you on the contacts. So you're the first American woman ever in history to complete the Triple
Mhm.
Crown. So 100 gold at the World Championships, 200-meter gold, and the 4x1 relay. When you hear that stat, when you hear that said out loud, what for you comes to mind?
Of all the women who have came before me,
Mm,
I'm the first. Wow. It's literally how it plays out in my mind.
yep.
Because it's still me trying to fathom the idea of what I've done. Like I've been working for it all year. I know that I was capable of doing it, but then actually hearing it
Mm.
is just I get real quiet. It's real humbling.
And the other thing I need to ask is you're the first woman since Shelly Ann Fraser Price to do it at the World Championships. Of course, the GOAT, the Jamaican. She was also
Mhm.
in your 100-meter race. She was also in the 4x1 relay. And I saw you guys were like buddy
Mhm.
buddy after, which we don't tend to see with the US and Jamaican relay teams.
Yeah.
But for you, what was the symbolism or the significance of knowing this is her last championship? She's moving on, but I did it while she was there in that same era. Like the two of you kind of two ships passing. Is that pretty special?
Mhm. Yeah, it definitely is. I feel like, in a sense, it's everything aligning the way that it's supposed to be. And for someone like Shelly, who has given so much to our sport, especially women's short sprints, to be able to grace the stage with her last go round, and then just seeing her doing it in her own way, not worrying about what expectations people may have of her, her fans may have of her, just doing it for her because it could have been very easy for her, after last year, especially how last year ended for her. It could have been very easy for her to just be like, man, you know what? I'm done. I'm walking away. But she said, no, I'm going to come back and I'm going to go out on my terms. I'm going to go out the way that I see fit, that best speaks to who I am and what she's all about. And seeing that, it gives me nothing but confidence, and it's a inspiration because one of these days I'm going to get to a point to where I look back and forth on like, hey, is this what I want to do? Is this not what I want to do? And the one thing I want to always be able to do is go out on my own terms. So
All right, all right. I love it. So we know that you've been on the media tour. You've been all around America doing your thing,
hmm
making appearances. But you do have a honeymoon that you put off. We did mention that you are a newlywed, so that's coming
hmm
up soon. But I gotta ask. We know the funds are secured. You made plenty of money this year for the for the
did.
for the honeymoon. And I used to
Yep.
always say to you every time you did something special, I'm like, all right, so are you gonna upgrade the honeymoon now, or are you gonna get a new car, the one that you just
Right.
got? Are you gonna replace it? But I gotta ask because everybody loves money, and what's better than
hmm
money is more money. And
Mm.
Right.
so when you're watching Athlos, I know you're in the crowd and you had an interview, but were you a little bit like, oh man, I should have ran? Especially seeing how Brittany came with 120K in just 2 races. Did
Right.
you get a little bit
Right.
of like, some FOMO?
Yeah. I mean, obviously the competitor in me always is this line of like, ooh, you just had one more, you could have did it. But
Hmm.
then also at the same time, I think I was just so happy with how the year went, and you know, not like I said, it really wasn't an easy decision for me not to do it anymore. But I was just also very thankful that they were, Athlos as a whole was very, very understanding of my decision, and they still wanted me to be a part of it. They still wanted me to see it. I thought it was great from a fan perspective. I had an absolute blast, and actually being out there, crazy enough. I told Roland, I said, man, I would have been mad seeing all this fun out here and I had to run. What you mean? Everybody's out here having a blast and I got to lock in, be serious, and get to line. I can't have fun till afterwards. Like,
The
that's
athletes looked like they had fun too, though. They were up on stage getting
That's
lit.
true.
They definitely were. They definitely were. But that was just our little inside joke. But no, I think it was great. Yeah, it was great.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, that I saw that money that Brittany made, and I was like, I'll get out of retirement for that. But they're not inviting me. They're not inviting me to any track meets.
Listen.
So I think this is probably too early to ask you this, but I am just gonna ask because you've made this huge splash. You're everywhere. Now your country, LA, USA, is gonna be hosting in 2028. Is it too early to be asking you about if you've been thinking about that at all?
No, it's not.
Okay, good.
It's not, just because obviously it's going to get there, but I'm very adamant about taking it one day, one practice for me at a time, and the same
Smart.
goes with the years to come. So as much as I do have my eyes set on LA, I'm like, at least I finally get an off year. I get to experience what that's like, how you maneuver through that and everything. And then also going into 27, I feel like 26 is going to give me time to actually enjoy
Yes.
the perks of what it means to be a world champion. And then also not having so many expectations. Like the expectations will still be there, but I feel like they'll be looked at a little differently just because it is an off year, right? So I can even set my season up to where, maybe I like don't run as many hundreds. That way the expectation on me isn't so high every time I touch the track. Maybe I run more 200s. Maybe you might see me in a 4x4. I don't know. We don't know. So, just saying, like, literally using the off season to be just that, have fun with it, and it allowing the pressure to come down because we've been up here for so long, and just enjoying that, and then carrying that over into 27, which now I can say I have the bye for both. So, taking that one day at a time, and just riding that wave until we get there.
So well said. So Melissa, I gotta say this. Aaron's a world champion. I'm a world champion. Welcome to the club. Triple crown. You swept the sprints, my girl. And I know you're getting ready to go on your honeymoon, which you've delayed for obvious reasons. You had to win gold. Yes. So thank you for coming on. Thank you for making time for us. It's always a pleasure. And good luck with that 4x4 training. I don't know how you're thinking about that already, but I know you're going to do it. I already know. Aaron's going to help you. He's going to pace you. He said.
What? I have to prepare myself because Coach, AB knows, Coach is crazy, especially in the fall. He's like an absolute lunatic. I love you, Coach, but you are.
Take Aaron with you. Tell Dennis Aaron's going to go with you. He got you. We'll see you, Melissa.
Oh, look, AB's one of the only people in the group who will like willingly run a 400, open 400 at that.
Yeah.
So
I'm a psychopath.
You are.
I'll be looking to him for advice. Like, AB, how do I do this? Like, literally, like how I was this year in the 200. AB, I need help.
The way you ran the 200, I think you might bring that to the 4. So I'm going to be asking you for help.
This is true. That lactic acid, though, anytime I think of it, no way. Melissa, enough from us. We're not going to keep you. Have the best off season. Enjoy all the things. Enjoy the pitons, girl. We'll see you next time.
Enjoy the honeymoon.
I will. Thank you.
And go vote for Melissa Athlete of the Year.
Yes, please. Yes. Please, y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you.
Love you, girl. Amy, I didn't run or anything, but it feels like the World Championships in Tokyo were like a lifetime ago. But we do have to talk about our predictions because we made some. Our producers made us make predictions. Anyways, we gotta unpack them. They were very interesting. Our total points, they were based on correct picks, okay? So if you guessed the winner, 3 points. Second place, 2 points. And if you got bronze, you got 1 point. And AB, you must be doing some kind of voodoo or something, okay? Or maybe you're just that good. I think you're just that good because you finished with what? 18 points. You got 5 of the event winners spot on. Yeah, I'm a little jealous. I only got 9 points. So basically, I don't really want to talk about it because either I suck or don't really dabble in voodoo. Just joking. You don't do voodoo. No one take me seriously because someone is definitely taking me seriously on that. But I need to know, there are so many upsets. There are so many things about these world championships. To me, they were like unpredictable. That's probably why I really sucked at making predictions. But anyways, the point is, I want to remind you and everybody else watching of all the upsets, the major ones that we can remember. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. In the women's 100-meter hurdles, it was Switzerland Ditaji Kambunji who won gold. She beat out Olympic champion Masai Russell and world champion Danielle Williams. In the men's 3,000 steeplechase, New Zealand's Jordy Beamish secured a dramatic gold medal. He edged out two-time Olympic champion Soufiane El Bakkali in the final 700th of a second. And in the women's 800, who can forget that? The Olympic champion Keely Hodgkinson, she was upset by Kenya's Lillian Odira. And then, more drama. The men's 1,500 meters, it was Portugal's Isaac Nader who stole the show. To me, it was one of the most anticipated events of the entire World Championships. So, AB, I'm going to put the ball in your court. For you, what was your biggest upset?
Yeah, you're right. There were a lot of upsets. You know, the 100-meter hurdles was a huge upset. I had Akira Nugent winning because I knew it was going to be a crapshoot, and it's so hard to predict an event like that. As I'm sure you know, anything can happen. That's why it wasn't my biggest upset. I'm going to go with the 800. I really thought that either Keely or Hunter Bell would win that race, and then a Kenyan comes in, and it's not Mary Mara. It's a completely new name that I haven't even heard of before. And she runs a really fast time. I believe she ran like 154. So we got a new star emerging in an already competitive event. And it was just out of left field. I didn't expect that. So I can't even predict somebody that I've never heard of to win. And a lot of these events, yes, like you said, Jordy Beamish, I haven't heard of him either. And you would think, you know, some of these events, you kind of would go with one of the favorites, but that's track and field for you. The races aren't run on paper, and sometimes someone is just waiting in the wings, ready to pull up a huge upset, and just waiting for Tokyo to shine. And we saw a lot of that. But I'm going 800.
You know, I think a lot of people would be like, Perdita's a 100-meter hurdler. She won the world championship in 03, and it was a surprise. You're going to pick that as your biggest upset. Actually, I'm not though. My biggest upset was Jordy Beamish of New Zealand beating El Bakkali in the 3,000-meter steeplechase. Let me tell you why that was major to me. First of all, has New Zealand ever, in the history of its existence, won a gold medal in track and field on the track? Never. Until Jordy Beamish
They
came
had a
on.
shot putter.
Yeah, but that's field. That's field,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, that's field. That's Valerie Adams. So you're correct there. But on the track,
Yeah.
nobody.
Yeah.
But
Nobody.
But then here's the other thing too. The reason this race sticks in my mind, and you're gonna go to the internet, and this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna Google Jordy Beamish in the heats. He falls. He rolls. Another man steps on his face. I'm not exaggerating. I know I like hyperbole and I carry on. I'm not exaggerating. A man literally stepped on his face. He gets up and he runs to make it to the finals. I was like, oh, okay, crazy. He's not gonna win the whole thing though. He wins the whole thing. And I know I'm getting long-winded, but let me give you more. Yes, there's more. El Bakkali from Morocco. 2020 Tokyo, gold medal. 2022, where you won, Eugene, gold medal. 2023, Budapest, gold medal. 2024, Paris, El Bakkali, Aaron Brown, gold medal. So he's going into what, his 5th consecutive gold global medal? And he loses by 700th of a second to Gordy Beamish. Gordy Beamish who? Oh, you know that name now. So to me, that was the biggest upset. And in my mind, the hurdles and the steeplechase are kind of the same, but they're not. But you know what I'm saying? So for me, you put all that together in a bag and you shake it up, that's an upset. That's an upset to me.
That's good analysis right there.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it.
Right. Let's switch gears about your favorite moment. For you, what would be your favorite?
I mean, you know, winning my 7th medal was nice. Let's show it again. Hello,
Come
beautiful.
on, blind me with your lights.
Yeah, it's nice, but it was a silver, and coming off Olympic gold, you know, silver does still feel like a little bit of a step down.
That's it too.
So I'm not gonna go there. I mean, not really. I'm gonna be honest. It still feels good.
Come on.
Yeah. It's nice, especially because we weren't in the same shape as we were last year, and we still pulled it off.
That's huge.
But I'm gonna go with my teammate, America's sweetheart, the future athlete of the year on the female side for the track, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, just pulling off what she did was so iconic, and I think it's understated, to be honest. Like, I know she's getting her flowers now. She's making the rounds around the world, getting recognition that she deserves, but her season was so historic, and a lot of people were kind of skeptical if she could pull it off and keep that same form.
Yes.
Exactly, because she's been going hot since Grand Slam Jamaica, which was in April, and people are worried about that. You know, that was one of the criticisms of having to run Grand Slam so early. But she just had a dream season and just kept getting better and better and better. We knew what she was going to do in the 100, but, you know, there was question marks of what she was going to do in the 2.
Yes.
And she pulled it off. She just looked like a superstar. She looked like she's been doing this her whole life. Running 21.6, you know, number 9 all time. Running 10.61, number 4 all time. Getting that relay win with her teammates, you know, all 4 of them from the same training group, getting another gold. And I think she has 2 other golds from the World Championships, I believe, in 2022 and 2023. So this is her 3rd relay gold. So she's what? Quick math, 5-time world champion, and then she's got an Olympic gold in the relay. Like, I mean, it's just her breaking out party. So I'm so happy to see it happen to a genuine person, because she hasn't changed a bit. She's still the same sweetheart, same goofy, quirky person that I know and I enjoy hanging around. So I'm just happy that she's getting her flowers.
And you know what I think is really cool? That you can literally text your friend who has like 3 gold medals from the world and be like, can you come on my show? And she's like, I got you, friend. I think that's so cool.
No hesitation. She's like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I got you. I love that about her, and I love that. That speaks to who she is and, of course, your friendship. My favorite moment is going to be a little bit cliche, okay? But the last thing I just said was not, so hopefully you rock with me. Has to be the 100-meter hurdles. AB, we talked about it all season on our show, how that event in particular, out of all of them, is just so hard to predict. Like, predict it at your own peril, because it's gonna make you look like a fool. And here we go, Kambunji. I think she was in like lane 2 or something. Wins the entire thing. If you go back and look at her race, she is so stunned and shocked. She didn't really know that she won. And I don't, of course she dreamed it. She wrote about it, but she's like, it literally just happened. I don't even believe it. And I'm gonna say this, and not to center myself, but the reason that resonates with me so much is when I won like 10,000 years ago, 2003, it was the same thing. Like, no one saw you coming. You wanted to turn heads. No one expected it. And you literally ran out of your body. You ran what you knew you were capable of, but maybe nobody else but your team did. And to me, that was my favorite moment, because it allowed me to kind of reconnect to my racing years. And I could literally understand what she felt and that surprise. And she's gonna be on cloud 9 for many more. I'm losing my words. But she's gonna be on cloud 9 for a long time. Maybe not 10,000 years, but maybe 25, like me, or 20 something like that. But shout out to her, and shout out to our favorite moments. We have to shout out probably one of the biggest races, if not the biggest race of the entire championships. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone completely running out of her skin to run the 2nd fastest time over 400 meters. She went sub 48, AB, like nuts.
I mean, she turned it up another notch, and shout out to her. I had a bet for years with Anson Henry, who we're gonna discuss with in the upcoming episodes. I have to do some push-ups, but it's deserved, because I think she is arguably, like we were talking about Serena, I think she might be the new GOAT of female athletes of all sports for what she pulled off in Tokyo. It was just insane. Even the semifinals, when she ran that American record, I think she ran like 48.2 or 48.3, and looked like she had some more left in the tank. That's when I knew I was in trouble. I was still hoping that Paulina would pull it off, and she ran 47.9, which is number 3 all time, ladies and gentlemen. So I wasn't too far off. But yeah, Sydney's just from another planet. She's just unbelievable. That performance was one for the ages. It's still crazy to think of.
It really is. Shout out to Sydney. My goodness. Somebody really special is on our show, and I literally just need to throw away the card because I probably won't follow it and don't need it. Anyways, he is an Olympic sprinter turned media mogul. He's the founder of Track and Field Network. He's also from my same hometown, Pickering's finest, Pickering's very own, Anson Henry. Welcome back to Trackside. Look, the last time you were on our show, you were out of order. You were just, it was a lot.
After all those nice things you just said.
Well, there's some nice things.
What was
Are
that?
you going to behave? You and Aaron, are you both going to behave before I pitch my first question to you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I was behaving. I'm always defending myself with Aaron. It's aggressive.
All right, let me go. So, I already can tell this is going to go off the rails. So let's talk about this, because you picked Sydney to win the 400 meters over Salwa and Marlady. Now, me and Aaron did not. How were you able to clock that? How were you able to be like, nah, she's gonna win this thing?
Wait, you didn't pick her either?
No, because Aaron was in my head. No, no offense, Aaron. It's not your fault. But he was like, no, you got to respect
everything
it.
I
I
say
had
to roast
sound
Aaron
reasoning.
right-
I had sound reasoning.
Everything I say to roast Aaron right now is going to be on you. I didn't want that.
No, I would have picked Sydney, but his argument was so good.
No, the wood ups don't matter. The wood ups mean nothing.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
This is the thing. We had push-ups on the line, right? 100 of them. So I got a bit more serious with that pick. Aaron's a young whippersnapper. He's very enthusiastic. He knows the sport, but I've got years of knowledge, background. It just seemed pretty obvious when the push-ups were on the line. He had 100. I only let him do 14 of them. He's got 86
He only
left.
did 14 push-ups of 100?
See,
No,
he
no,
didn't
I only
allow me
wanted
to knock
14.
them all out.
I only wanted
He
14.
changed the bet. This.
No,
he's
I didn't
trying to
change
hang
it.
this
When I
over
see
me.
him, I might be like, "Yo, Aaron, do 2 push-ups, yo."
Yeah, it's worse.
I got
It's
86
It's on
left.
demand. It's on demand. Push-ups on demand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
86.
that's
Almost.
tough. That's tough.
I might last through to LA.
Oh my god. Okay, I gotta say, you did get it right with Sydney, and now I've come all the way to the other side. She's the greatest female athlete of all time. That's what I'm saying now. I'm a huge Sydney fan. Sydney, I apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game. I thought it would be until like LA 2028 when you'd run 47.7 or whatever you ran. I didn't know you had it in you this year.
If it
But-
didn't rain, the world record.
I put
Would have
nothing
probably
past her
gone
anymore. But I
Would it
gotta say,
though?
my line of reasoning, I thought 47.9 would get it done, and that's exactly what Paulino ran. It's just I didn't know that Sydney was gonna be from another planet and be able to run 47.7. So my line of reasoning, my pick, P, I didn't steer you that wrong.
No,
it's
you didn't.
just we're dealing with an alien. This is
What's the
super
line
real.
of reasoning?
is
She ran
true.
22 flat into a headwind. She runs the 4 hurdles and breaks
Yeah,
it
but
every
she
single
only-
time
she-
she runs.
She came
She's-
into the championships with 48.9 as her season's best. She didn't even get to 48.7 like she normally runs.
She ran
It's just
that.
that
in
work she put in after
May, I
after
think.
Prefontaine was unbelievable.
Every championship she goes to, she breaks a world record. So she did it
Yeah,
this
in
year
the
because it was
400
raining.
hurdles, not the
It
4.
doesn't matter. She goes to the championships in way better shape than she's at her
But
national
she's up
championships, let
against a
alone in May.
Lady and a Salwa Nasser. Like, to me, her race pattern,
Right.
I didn't know that she could contend with them. This was something from another
Talent,
stratosphere.
right.
talent.
Right.
She's faster than they are, and she's obviously very strong. Come on, 2
Yeah.
plus 2 equals 4 all the time.
Well, hey, the number 3 time of all time.
You should do
Paulino.
some push-ups too, Perdita. Yo, Perdita, you got 86 push-ups left too.
How did I get in this? Don't put me in
All
this.
right. We gotta move on. This enough. She's the greatest. You got that right, but you didn't get everything right. Okay.
No.
I still got more picks
We're
right.
not talking. We didn't bet push-ups on that, right? I don't
Whatever,
know
whatever.
what she's saying.
All right. So speaking of Sydney, she set the wave of changing events. Okay. So she clearly stepped down from the 400 hurdles, went into open 400 flats, and now it seems like she started a trend. We got Rai Benjamin next year talking about how he wants to run in the 2 and 4. We got Femke Bol switching to the 800. We got Marlita Paulino saying she might jump into 8 just to see where she's at. You know, Kenny's talking about he might run the 4. Even Gabby's saying, "Oh, maybe I could do something in the 400 hurdles." What do you make of all this? Do you think Sydney unlock something for all these other stars in the sport?
I think she did, but some of them I don't believe. I don't think Gabby's going to do the 4 hurdles. And you know, I think some people should stick within what they're actually good at. Like, you don't want to go too crazy. Rye in the 2, I think he could do something in the 2. He's got natural speed. He's got a good rhythm when he runs, good height. I don't know if he's got the aggressiveness to battle with some of the firepower of the 200, but I think he can run fast. Femke is going to get destroyed in the 800.
Really?
Yeah, she's gonna
Wow.
get worked.
You don't think she can do
What?
155? I feel like
Wait.
she can be like sub 2 minutes for sure.
I do too. I think
Why?
she's super strong. The 400 hurdles they train like
She's-
800-meter runners.
Yeah, and look at
anyways.
her build. If you look at her build, like she's built
Yeah.
like a typical.
So you guys think Sydney can run 149?
No. No,
It's the
no,
same
no,
thing. She's
no,
done the
no.
4 hurdles.
No,
She was
we're not
Okay,
talking
strong.
about
She was-
Sydney.
but Femke, the way she runs
Okay.
the 4 in the 4 hurdles, she's running off strength. She's not running off of speed.
She has the world indoor record in the 400.
Yeah,
Run the 4. The 4 is hot now.
I agree.
Why-
I agree.
Why would
But-
you? Why would you do the 8? The 8.
Why would
But
she
she just
run
got
the
away from.
4?
She just got right away
It's
from
hot.
Sydney. Why should she
And-
go right back into it?
Exactly.
Because I
I'm
think that
avoiding her.
I think she was always a Sydney's shadow, and it's another opportunity to break out of that. And I think that she honestly would give. I think she could beat Paulino. I think she could beat Nasser.
Whoa!
Stop talk-
So you
why
think
you-
she can run 47?
She has the
Thank
world
you.
record.
Indoors?
That's the
Who
world
runs
record.
indoors? Who runs
Doesn't matter.
indoors?
They don't have.
Right?
Paulina
runs
ran
indoors?
Paulina ran indoors.
Okay.
Yeah, as a joke. She didn't go to Worlds or
Come on
anything.
now.
Why
like
is it
that.
a joke when she does it, and it's not a joke when Femke does it? You're very disrespectful.
She should do the 8.
Because
She'd
it
do
was
better
just
in
like
the
a
8.
test.
So,
Just-
so she's a joke now. So Femke's a joke now.
No,
Everything's
no,
a joke.
No, Femke is an athlete of the year contender, so she's obviously a very talented athlete. But
And she should use her talents in the
I was
400.
my follow up question was, who do you think would be a potential world champion in a switched event? And my pick probably would have been Femke in the 8.
Now you're
You
actually.
think Femke?
No, I
you
wouldn't go
think
there.
Femke Ball
Aaron,
is gonna
Aaron
be
Brown.
Keely Hodgkinson?
No. Out of all the people that I mentioned that are switching events, who would win out of that
She
list?
could be a
And I would
finalist.
pick.
I don't
So
think she's a
who
could be a
medalist.
would you pick
finalist.
from those? You
But
think
if she's a
Rye would
finalist,
win
then
the
what's the
2,
point?
or Kenny
No,
would win
Rye-
the 4, or Gabby win
Rye
the 400
definitely
hurdles?
won't medal. Rye won't medal, but I think he
No.
can make a final. Look at all I know is she's not beating Keely. She's not beating Jordan Bell. And this
Odira, the
new
world
girl,
champion.
Lillian Odira. Yeah, she's. Let alone when Mary Mora gets back, her legs back under her. Like
Or a Thing Mo.
these are people. Don't
Mm.
yo imagine these are people who really run the 8.
Yeah, give her
And it's-
2
I agree.
years. Let's
You
see
know
what
what?
she
We're
does
gonna
in
put
2026.
push-ups on
2
that. Can we do
years?
push-ups on that? Can we put some? We got to move on, guys. But can we put some push-ups on?
Okay, let's do
what she
push-ups
does
that
in
she
the
would not
800?
medal.
I'm not picking her. I'm not picking her to win. I'm
You
just
just
saying, out
said
of all
she-
those people switching the events,
You just
I
said
would
she could be
pick
the world
her.
champion or the gold medalist in the
No.
800.
If you had to pick someone who has the potential to win out of those people switching the events,
I don't think
would
any of
say
them would
Femke.
win anything. Like, sorry, I should
No,
say that.
none of them.
I don't think any of them are going to be
No.
contenders in different events. But
None of them.
Okay.
we're going
It'll
to
be
put some
fun.
push-ups on that. Let's talk relay though. Anson, I want to get your take on the relay, the Canadian relay. Aaron wins. Is this your 7th medal or something? AB, like something ridiculous that you've done. But for you, that
That's a lot.
silver medal, you have to admit that this team, Canadian men's 4x1, is the most consistent relay team that we've seen.
They're the best relay team. I backed out of what I
Respect.
said last time.
Ah,
I put a post out about this on my Instagram,
tell
and I
us.
said that based off of the team that's been together and for the extended period of time, and them being in contention since 2015, they're always in contention to win. You know what? They've given us a lot of moments. Like we had some moments with the other team as well, but we didn't have as many. And they got an Olympics. To ask them to win another Olympics is a stretch. They won one already. They've won world championships. They've got a bunch of medals. Like these guys as a relay team, as a collective, also the foot speed. They didn't. It's not like they had a world champion on the team or an Olympic champion on the team. It's just team wise, they're better. And I do think that Glenroy. I said I wanted to have Glenroy on my show to talk to him about it. No, you guys will probably try and get him on before me, but whatever. I want to
He's
talk to him
ducking
about
us.
it. but-
Glenroy is
because I
ducking
think
us, just so you know. We
Oh,
tried
really?
to get him on this show as well.
He kind of
Yeah,
ducks
he's
me too.
ducking
He
us.
ducks me too.
I don't
Yeah.
think he wants to answer that because his
No.
boys from '96 will give
This
him
is it.
give him flack.
No, I don't think he cares. I think he
Okay.
would gladly say it. I think he would gladly say it. He ain't, what,
I
Well,
don't
he's-
think he
he's-
would.
he's afraid Donovan's gonna get mad at
He
him.
would?
No, you wouldn't care. You wouldn't care.
Why you
You-
bring
I think
Donovan in
he's
the
like-
thing, man? Leave Donovan alone.
Yeah.
No, but who's gonna get mad at him? Well, we're not gonna say Bruni or
Really,
Esme.
might. You never know.
He definitely ain't gonna care about that. No,
I think people
no,
care about
he-
their legacy more than you think, and what people are
Yeah.
saying. I think so.
Yeah.
You get a little territorial.
Well,
But-
this relay now is a part of his legacy.
For sure. Because
So-
we've won all the medals under his training. Like I
Yeah.
have 7 relay medals under Glenroy as my coach. So this is much
Yo.
his legacy as it is ours.
Glenroy was his very first year doing the relay coach. He was my relay coach. He had just
Damn.
finished
What year
running in
was that?
2001,
1908? What year
2002.
is that? Oh, sorry.
Pretty.
I'm just joking.
We,
I take
we
that
were in high
back.
school together.
I know. I'm just joking.
Why would you do that?
I don't know why.
What do you mean? Perdita is 26. What are you talking about?
Right.
26 what?
Moving on. What are we talking about next? Are we talking about more relays? Because I got a question for you about Jamaica.
Oh,
Are we done with
go
the
ahead.
Canadian relay? AB, anything you want to ask him?
No, they did their thing, yo. You guys did
yeah.
your thing, yo.
I'll just
And-
say.
and-
Go
I
ahead,
would have
go
liked the
ahead.
win, obviously, because I talk a lot
Yeah.
with the Americans, and it's always a back and forth with them, and
Yeah.
they had the best relay I've ever seen them run. But look at all the changes they've made
Yeah.
to the staff and to be able to beat you guys.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? They got so hyped when they won. They always try to
I
act like the relay
know.
doesn't mean nothing.
It's
But if you see
true.
how hyped they get when they win, it's like, yo,
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
for all you guys were saying, act like you were supposed to win.
Yes.
Right.
He's not acting like that.
And this is in this year too, we really shouldn't have been in that position. We almost ran as fast as we did in Paris,
I
and
know.
Brendan wasn't in the form that he normally is in. Like he
That's
didn't even
true.
break 21 this year, and he was able to still do his thing and hold it down on third leg. And if we hadn't got silver, I think Glenroy would have got a lot of flack for that. But normally, like another country, they would take him off and put in like a Dwayne or a Eli because they're running faster. But Glenroy knows the secret sauce. Like you keep the champions together, and then the result is what it is. So that's the main reason why I have us as the team over the 96. Their peak, if you want to argue that their peak is higher, they had more flat foot speed. There's an argument to be made there. But we always are in contention. We always make you believe that no matter how fast or slow we run in the individual, we always have a chance to be up on that podium because we've done it time and time again. It's about believing.
It is true. But I gotta say,
You don't say it though. Let us say it. Let us say it. You don't say it.
You're trying to tell them to be
Say it.
humble. So
Yeah. We got it.
I want to ask you, Anson, before you go, about Jamaica's relay situation on the men's side, because they went 1 and 2. Oblique is the world champion. He's on our show. And also you have Kashane Thompson,
Big up
silver
Oblique.
medalist. Right. But they do not do anything when it comes to the relay. They could not get the exchanges right again. What do you make of that? I know the Jamaican fans in our comments are going to have so much to say, but what are your thoughts?
Well, I've been very vocal in some discussions on my show with Warren Weir, former bronze medalist in the 200 meters at the Olympics, about how Jamaica sucks at the relay.
What did you
Very
say?
fast.
Damn.
They suck at the relay. It has nothing to do with their actual foot speed. They're
I
not
know
good
what you
relay.
mean.
They're not
That's-
good. Jamaicans will say that.
That's true.
My parents, I'm Jamaican. My parents are Jamaican. It has nothing to do with. It's nothing against Jamaica.
If the
but
word
they're
choice
very
is
bad at
hilarious to
relays.
me, you say they suck.
They're not good at the relay. They're not good at the relay right now. They were good back in Bolt's day and Asafa day, and everyone knows that now they can't get the stick around. Now there was so many complaints about how they can't get the stick to Kishane. They can't get the stick to Kishane, and they got the stick to
do.
Kishane,
I know.
and then he couldn't take the stick. But I don't think it's necessarily the relay members' fault. They obviously have some things that they have to do as far as improving what they're doing on the relay, because they're when you got a lot of foot speed, it gets challenging. I mean, foot speed is definitely an asset if you can get it under control, but if you it's very hard to control sometimes, and they have trouble with that. So I knew that either both the Americans or the Jamaicans would mess up, or at least one of them. And I always want Canada to do well, so Jamaica was a huge threat. And it wasn't only because of that. I just knew that they were going to have some issues because they had issues all year, and they got to do something about that.
Anson, we adore you. Thank you, friend. We miss you. Thank you for all your takes. Listen,
girl.
catch Anson, Track and Field Network. Buckle up whenever you listen to him, though. He has very strong opinions, as you can see. We have to separate these two next time. Thank you, Anson. We'll see you later.
I respect.
Okay, ciao. What would be a Trackside episode, Aaron Brown, without shout outs? It is shout out time, and this is a good one. We got to give the love to Canada's para athletes. They just came off of the World Championships in Delhi. They brought home 9. I'm going to say it again because I don't think you heard me. 9. I know. You heard me. 9 medals for Canada, highlighted by gold medal winning performances by Greg Stewart, Anthony Bouchard, and Nate Tucker. And did I mention that both Bouchard and Tucker broke the championship record in their respective events? We've got to give some love to the athletes that brought home more than 1 medal. Marissa Papaconstantinou and Austin Smink. By the way, both friends to the show, and they brought home two medals. AB, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like anytime anyone comes on our show, we're their good luck charm because they just rack up medals when they go to Worlds. I'm just saying. Anyways, the final shout out goes to Julia Haynes and Katie Pegg, who both won shot put bronze for Team Canada in their respective competitions. But truly hats off to all the athletes who represented Canada at the Para World Championships in Delhi. You shine bright and continue to do so. Thank you for making us all so proud.
Shout out to all the Paralympians who go out there and do their thing, all the para athletes that did their thing at the World Championships. And I want to highlight 3 in particular.
Yes.
You know, our guy Austin, who was on the show, that's my boy. You know, shout out to you for getting that medal, getting back on the podium. Greg Stewart, you know, he's about to be a father. So I've been talking to him a little bit. I talked to him at Nationals. He told me, you know, he was nervous about being going into fatherhood, wanted a couple pointers.
Some tips.
And so, some tips. I try to help him here and there. but pulling off a gold is definitely going to help. Gives your child something to be proud of when they
Yes.
grow older. So shout out to him for that. And then Nate, my guy, the Gray Wolf, he pulled it off again. So all three of these guys, I know them personally, and I'm proud to see that they pulled off great feats over there in the Para World Championships. And then everybody in Team Canada, they're unsung heroes. So we like to shout them out, give them a little
100%.
love
Let's
because
do
they are
it.
great athletes as well, and they deserve it. So they get their flowers.
Let's do it. What did I say? What did we tell you for this last episode, this finale episode? We are bringing in the big guns. And have we done that? Oh, yes, we have. The world champion himself over the 100 meters, Jamaica's own Oblique Seville is in the house. Welcome to the show, my friend. In my head. Welcome.
Thanks, Taggy. Thanks for having me.
The champ is here, and the Jamaican fans are gonna love this in the comments. But let's look back on your season, man. You had a dream season for a sprinter, winning the 100-meter title. But even before that, you changed things up this year. I saw a new oblique on the circuit. Even open up your season running a 400, and then you ran more 200s, having to run in Grand Slam. Running a lot more dime leagues overseas. Like, I feel like you changed things up and you're a lot more confident when you're running. But there were some doubters, some people who saw how you've run in prior championships and said, nah, he's not going to get it done. But how did it feel to finally break through, get that gold medal, and silence all those haters? I know whenever you have those big runs, you're always hitting them with this. How did it feel to silence the doubters and get that monkey off your back?
Yeah, it's a good feeling because you guys know me throughout the sports when I just started out, and I have been there showing that I can be on that medal podium, and each time is just because of injury step in the way that actually stopped me from making that medal podium so far. 2025 season, I said to myself, injury or not, I have to make this. I have to make this podium, and I said to myself, I'm going to shut up the doubters,
Mm.
the haters, everyone that does Oblique Civil. And I said, okay, I'm just going to get the job done. And I actually did so.
You
Nice.
100% did. So I feel like I have to admit something and I have to kind of raise my hand, and I hate doing this, but I was a bit of a doubter. I stand corrected. I did pick you to medal 100%. But then I saw you in Lausanne. Then I saw what you did in that rain, and I said, girl, you are so silly. How dare you? But I didn't go against my pick. I couldn't change my pick. But I want to take you back to Tokyo, where you shut everybody up, me included, okay? And you got that gold medal. Can we watch this race? I want to know your thoughts. Talk us through how it felt for you, how you saw it. Oh, yeah, there's a false start there too, right?
Right beside him.
What's going through your mind, Oblique, at this point?
Okay, in the 2023 championship, 1 minute, I have experienced false start before.
Right.
And in that same race, I have I repeated a fast time. So that, okay, this is just a part of history repeating itself, but it's only in the finals. So my level of focus was just like, okay, my main focus is the goal. And that's my task for the championship. So I said, okay, refocus and back at it again.
And here we go.
See that? This new experienced oblique out there. That's why I picked you.
So
what are
what's
you thinking
happening
now?
now?
Yeah, I said, okay, if I get this start, I know that I'm close to Kishane. I know for sure that my top end speed will help me to push through this race.
Wow.
But
And as
stick
soon
up
as you
in.
won, what are you thinking?
Look
I
at
was
the...
like, yes, I finally get the job done.
Yes.
And were you thinking, get
Fine.
this jersey off of me? I saw you rip it
Yeah,
off.
it was like
Already?
a burst, man.
That was like
to be
an
honest,
instant
man.
reaction.
Yeah. It's all the disappointment over the years, man.
Yeah.
You see it there. I have to rip my shirt off.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a
Get the
beautiful moment.
It's a great moment, man. That's a great moment. Now, I want to rewind it back because, like I told you, I did pick you to win, but I got to admit, I
Yeah.
did get a little nervous after the first round. I want you to break down what happened in the first round. You had a slow reaction time and you kind of had to play catch up and use a lot more effort. Like, I feel like you used like a 9.7 effort in the first round just to run 9.93. Take us through what happened there.
So when I was in the column, I was like ready and everything, and I do a few straddles, but I realized that my calf have a little stick pain in it.
Mm.
I was like, damn, why no? Why no? And you know when things like that happen to you, the national trials, and you all see what you all
Yes.
saw what happened at the national trial. So
Yep.
all of those things starting to reflect on my mind. I said, okay, damn. So I said to myself, I have experienced this before, something similar, where I'm going to go out there and pace myself. And it's 100 meter. So it's really, really hard for me to do that. But
Hmm.
I feel a very sharp pain in my calf, and I was like, damn. So when I went out there and I said, I'm going to just react because I know that I can react and stay with them. But I realized that I slept in the box. I literally slept in the box. I was like, damn. And when I look back, and when I saw where I was, I said, I need to get back. And
Hmm.
the way I ran that race, I had to execute as if I get a good start.
Mm.
So I executed that race to the best that I could to bring me back to make it to the semi-final. But
Yeah.
I know that run was literally a 9-7 run based on the reaction time.
Right. So, what do you think you would have ran in the finals if you didn't have to give such a hard effort in the first round?
I just think that for the finals, it was like a poor execution.
In the
I
finals?
just think, yeah, it was a poor
Oh,
execution. Sorry.
With the gold
wow.
medal.
Damn.
Yes, me and
Oh.
Okay.
my coach talk about it, and I was like, my execution, the best part of my execution was like the last part, but the first part is
Yeah.
the only part for the first part was the reaction, and which that is good. But my transition phase was messy, man.
Interesting. I want, yeah, because look here, this is the final, right?
Yeah,
This
if
is
you
the big one.
realize I popped up very early
You're
and I have
right.
to run back.
Mm.
Oh, you're dangerous. I want to actually piggyback quickly, if I may, on something that you just said, because it just reminded me. So you said you realized that you have the sharp pain in your calf. I don't know if you knew this or
Hmm.
not, but after that round, after those rounds, Noah was interviewed and he was asked about you. And he said, "Oh yeah, I knew that was going to happen," meaning your reaction and how you sat in the blocks. And he said he was back there panicking. One, did you know that Noah said that? And two, what are your thoughts about Noah saying something like that, like just publicly to anybody?
Honestly, I have to big shout out to Noah. To be honest, I have to shout him
Classy,
out, man.
classy man.
Yeah, I
Mm.
love that, man. I love what he's
Mm.
doing, and I see what he was doing, but it wasn't really working for me. Because when I was around the back, I was like trying to get the starts and everything, and I guess he may see that I have a little problems with the blocks or something like that. So I think he may judge it wrong. But
Yes.
when I went home, I got messages because I didn't check my phone or anything, and I said somebody said, do not listen to what Noah said. I was like, what?
What he say?
What are you saying?
Mhm.
And I was like, okay. So when I was there, I was like, okay. When I saw what he said, I said, Jesus Christ, damn, please put him in my semi. I want him to be in my semifinals. I really
Licks.
wanted him to be in my
Licks.
semifinals. I was like, but I said no. And my coach said no. You're gonna be okay in these semifinals. I said, damn, I was praying for, I was praying to get his semifinals. I was like,
Why?
okay,
Why though? Why did you
I
want
was
him in your
seeing the,
semifinal?
I was just going to show him something.
All
Mm.
right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I like the rivalry. You know that I like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it. So what he's doing, I don't stop him
Yeah.
because Noah is going to be Noah, and everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, no, you have to be professional in this, and I said, okay, I cannot be ahead of myself wanting to be in his semifinals or
Mhm.
anything like that. So I said, okay, I have to humble myself. I said, okay, I'm going to take it round by round. So I get back into the groove of my performance. I said, okay, I'm going to take it stages. So when I got into the semifinals now, I said, okay, if I get this good starts, I know that I can run like about 60% and 60% of the race and just take it from there easily. So I did that in the semifinals. And I said, okay, I put my finger on my lips and said, shh, I am back, which
I saw
shows that
that.
to shut up the doubters.
I want to talk about a moment after the race. I know, I'm sure you've watched it back many times, watching the 100, and you can see Bolt in the crowd, and he's like, "Run, Seville! Come on, Seville!" And I actually just watched your documentary that dropped with you and Kashane and Noah featured in it. And I just want to know what it felt like, having that moment where Jamaica goes 1-2, you're on top, and you got a legend like Usain Bolt. You guys have the same coach. He's been believing in you for years. What's that like seeing him so passionate about seeing you win?
Wow, man. Because I think last year at the Olympics, he said he thinks that I can create a lot of damage if I stay fit, which
Yeah.
he is speaking the truth. But
Right.
I fail because I got disappointed because of the injury that I had in the finals, and I was like, damn, man.
Mm.
I felt so bad for myself, and like I let down this man. But I said to myself, you got injured. So when I come back in 2025 season, I said, okay, I've been preaching to myself and saying to myself, this is going to be my year.
Hmm.
And he and my coach have a great relationship there, so you know that they're going to have conversation. And Usain Bolt, anything that my coach said, Usain Bolt is going to believe it 110%. So he knows what he's saying. So when he go out there and say, these people may look at him and say, damn, why choose Civil because Civil has choked so many times? No, because everyone thought that I have a issue with the finals, which is not. When I realized that went home after that finals and saw how he was reacting, I was so happy knowing that he was in the stadium to see me win for the first time because he has been saying it for years. I feel so happy.
Mm. That's dope.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
love that.
I want to switch gears a little bit. And you won the gold. Kashane, also from Jamaica, won the silver. Everybody was looking at your relay prospects as being great. How did you guys didn't do well in that? What do you make of the relay? What's been going on with this team this year? And how much of that are you focused on for for the next championships?
You have to understand, in the past, with Usain Bolt, it's all about chemistry.
Right.
And you have to understand, this is a new generation of sprinters. So we don't have that chemistry as yet. So it's
Mhm.
going to take time for us to literally get into that groove, just as all we were in a little bit of drought for the men sprinting and now we are back. It's just the same. So for the relay, it's just soon and soon enough, you're going to see us on top again.
I understand. That's a really good question. But I think you're right. What you're saying is speed is not everything. Winning
No.
individually is not everything. It's what we can do together. Okay, you are the man that Usain Bolt picked for gold, and our very own Aaron Brown also picked you for gold. I will never bet against you again. Thank you so much for this interview, your candidness,
Yeah,
being
thank
so
you, man.
transparent. Absolutely. And shout out to you. Congratulations once again, Oblique.
Go enjoy your break,
Thanks for
man.
having me.
You earned it.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Take care.
Respect.
I have never talked to Oblique Seville a day in my life, but that was absolutely fantastic. And AB, did we not tell the people that we would have a huge show for them? And did we not deliver? Basically, they're welcome, is what I want to say.
I mean, 2 world champions in the same event, or say in the same year, the
Yes.
female and the male. A little Anson Henry drama to throw in there. I mean, what more do you guys want from Trackside? We've been delivering all season long. Came with a bang for our final episode. So
We did.
you guys got to spam the comments again. Let them know season 2. You let them know you want us back. So,
I know I speak on behalf of the both of us for saying, like, this has really just been a really fun thing to do. Talk about the sport that we both love, has given us so much. To have an audience that is engaged, critical, or loving, or whatever it is, we love it all. But we just want to say thank you. But there are people, AB, behind the scenes who keep us honest, make sure we know what we're doing. We got to say shout out to Aaron Dutra, our fearless producer. Every time after I'm done, I want a photo for Instagram. I know he probably hates it, but he indulged me. Love you, Dutra. Thank you so much. Neil, one of our writers. Oral, one of our producers. They are
Getting all the
simply
great guests.
incredible. Yes, and all the great guests. I'm getting there. But I also want to say behind the scenes, thank you to Monica, part of the digital team, Paul McDougall. And the reason I say this is, like, we're forward facing, but to give 2 athletes this chance, this opportunity, trust us with it, I think we knocked it out the park. I think we're going to get a season 2, but I'm just saying. So I just really wanted to say, yes, thank you to them, and 100% to our guests who say yes, make the time, switch up their schedules to come on. Like, a track show is not a track show without people who are out there doing the thing. I also want to thank you, AB. I know we did that a few episodes before, but I want to say thank you because this has been really fun for me. You're so insightful, so knowledgeable, so passionate. And when you retire, if you want to do this thing, you absolutely can. But I think I want to leave it to you to say thank you to our viewers, our audience, everyone that's our side pieces, and even our non-side pieces. I wanna leave it to you to say thanks to them.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly, and we wouldn't have the show we have today if it wasn't for everybody behind the scenes who's doing their
Exactly.
thing. So shout out to them. I'm glad that you gave them some love, and shout out to the side pieces, man. You guys have been showing up for us day in and day out, week in and week. Weekly, you guys show up and watch our show, indulge us with our crazy takes and our nonsense. It's been a blast, and
Yes.
I gotta say, when I was at Tokyo, there are some moments, I'm locked in, I'm doing my thing, I'm still an active athlete, I'm still running. But there are some moments where I'm like, damn, I really wish I was going on trackside so I could talk about this. Like, there are some great moments, and I'm watching as a fan, and that part of me really wanted to talk about it, but I'm like, no, stay locked in, stay in the zone.
That's right.
So I can tell that this is something that I'm very passionate about, and I want to give a shout out to you as well. Give you some love because you did
Thanks,
a lot of
Mike.
heavy lifting on the show, especially early on as I'm getting my footing and learning my place, learning my voice and how to really, articulate myself on this show. And you're a star. You've been doing this for a while, and you're helping me almost like a mentor. And you might not be great on the picks, I still got you there, but you do your thing with as a
Yep.
co-host. So shout out to you as well. Shout out to all the side pieces who showed up. Let them know in the comments. Spam that season two. We want you guys back. And honestly,
Yes.
I know we've been making an impact because every time, I'm at a track meet or I'm just talking to somebody who's in the track world, they love us. They love the show. They're like, man, I can't wait to watch you guys. You guys are doing your thing. You and Perdita, say shout out to her. So I know we're doing something right. We're onto
Yeah, we
something.
are.
We got the chemistry. We got to
We
bring
do.
us back, man.
There will be a season 2. If they will have me, you'll put up with my shenanigans, then we will be back. But we want to say officially, thank you for an incredible season 1. And I don't know if you know, World Athletics put out the schedule for this year, next year. It is long. So get ready to be prepared to be sick of us in the best way. Thanks, side pieces.
They're going to need someone to cover that. There's a lot of track and field coming up
This
next
is it.
year. New Athlos season,
This is
Diamond
it.
League. Who's going to cover it other than us?
We're going. And we might go to Botswana for World Relays. I don't know if they have budget for that, but we're asking. Okay, maybe cut that part out. Okay. Bye. See you in Botswana, guys.